Something's not right here.
Maybe that's why there's nobody in the chat room.
uh, yeah, it's got Facebook on here twice. Okay, so there's Mark Nye on Facebook. Yes, Facebook only, Mark says. It should be on YouTube now. You're not on YouTube. Thanks, Mark. It should be on YouTube now. I don't know why YouTube wasn't linked, clicked on. So I think what
Oh,
I want to do is kill one of these Facebooks. It's on Facebook twice. So I'm going to remove one of these. Remove, delete on Facebook, remove. See what happens here. Uh, and then, okay, so delete this stream, remove this, remove this here. Okay, so I just did that. Wonder why. Okay, it didn't remove it for some reason. Uh, okay, so it should be on YouTube now. Oh, now I lost Lisa. Now I lost Lisa. Delete the StreamYard. You'll need to go to Facebook and delete the stream from there. Wow. Okay, you're on both now. All right. Well, we lost Lisa now, so I don't know where Lisa went to. And having technical difficulties. Hello there. How are you guys all doing this evening? Oh, there's Lisa back again.
yeah, I got disappeared.
You left again.
I got disappeared. I don't know what
I don't
happened.
I don't know what happened either, but it tells me to I have to go to Facebook to delete. It's got two links on Facebook, so I find that very strange.
Oh, there's everybody now.
So I'm going into Facebook to see if I can delete one of these streams out of Facebook. Let's see. How come I can't see anything posted on Facebook? This thing with being so far away from the internet, out of
Uh-huh.
sight, or from the router, I guess, is such a long run that I'm having a hard time doing that there. Uh, you said hello to everybody to the wrong person. You said it in the private chat, Lisa.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. Also, Gold Fever Ventures live on my Facebook page. Oh well, shit, I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
okay.
getting out of here.
Never mind.
So you left again. So Lisa left again. So she's gone. So Lisa's gone again. She's having problems. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat room here. Who's here? Mark. Hello, Mark. Mark Nye, Mark Marabella. You're back again.
I'm
What's
back.
happening?
I
What
don't
do
know.
you keep
Okay,
hitting
I'm back.
them? Josh Cooper, Paul, hello. Janon, hello. Hogs 14, Half Bucket, hello. Look at all the marks we have in the chat room. 3 different marks. Pat Keen was talking to him just before we went on. He was trying to log into the show, and he's having problems logging in. Lisa was having problems logging in. I'm trying to help everybody out at the same time to log in, and I'm the only one that's here. Rob said,
I'm here
hello.
now.
Oh, okay. Well, so we'll see if Pat can log in or not. I'll see him if he gets in there or not. I don't know why he has problems, but he cheers everybody. Did you get any rain? It's been pouring rain here.
It's not here.
Oh, Jay Bolfer. Hello, Jay. Yeah, it rained last night and yesterday, and it's supposed to rain again tomorrow. So we'll see how the rain's going to go. But so anyway, so I don't see Pat. We'll see Pat when he pops in. So what have you got to report on, Lisa? Hey, I got my Cheetos. I know how you like it. Oh, you like the cheese puff ones better.
I like the cheese puffs better. They're doodlies. What did you get? Did you get the Jesus doodles?
So who?
There's Walmart has Jesus doodles that they're $1 a bag, and they have little prayer sayings on them. We call them Jesus doodles.
Oh no, these are 2 for $1.
Oh, that's a two for a dollar, but this is a
These,
bigger bag.
this is at the dollar store.
Oh, okay. Another one of your favorite places. Okay, so today is National Girl Scout Day. That's why the Girl Scouts are selling their cookies now. It's National Girl Scout Day.
And it's National Doodle Day.
Oh, Polly will doodle all the day. It's also National Plant a Flower Day. It's National Working Moms Day
I would plant a flower.
and National Baked Scallops Day.
Okay.
No comment there. Okay. Famous birthdays today. Liza Minnelli is 79. James Taylor is 77. And Mitt Romney is 78.
Hmm. So no
So,
dry washing, but maybe you can set up a sluice. Yeah. I'll set up a sluice. These are pretty good.
oh, the puffy doodles are always better. Okay. This day in history. In 1918, fearing foreign invasion, Vladimir Lenin shifts revolutionary Russia's capital from Petrograd, which is St. Petersburg now, to Moscow. In 1947, the Truman Doctrine is pronounced. And in 1993, Janet Reno was sworn in as the first woman attorney general. And in 2009, Bernie Madoff pleads guilty to his operation of a Ponzi scheme. He was sentenced to 150 years in prison. 150.
Salute. Oh, different
That's a
show.
lot of years in prison.
It is.
He's not going to be alive when that sentence is over.
Gary Jockum. Hello, Gary from Mesquite, Nevada. Enjoying the sunshine and trying to forget the snow in cold weather. Well, that's good. Charles E. Prospecting. Hello from Michigan. And Peace Dove. Cocapelli Dance for the Colorado River. Cool. Steve Collier. Hello. Oh, so that reminds me. So, Steve, we went up to the house. Was it last week? Steve and his wife and Mark and Karen, everybody, they came out to kind of assist and help. So got to say thank you to all of those people for coming out to
Assist you.
assist me in their expertise in finding stuff out. So yeah, they got the inside scoop of where the house is at. The first ones to know. So
Be in the know.
they got the layout. So it was funny when we was walking through the house. So like Mark would say something about, "Hey Jack, over there's something in your office over there," you know. So it's like, or in the master bedroom over there, you know. Everybody, so all the rooms were already picked out where everything was at, all that stuff.
Oh,
See,
I see.
Gary Lindy, good evening to both from Quartzsite, Arizona. I don't think anybody snuck in without me seeing. Rob Sargent. I think I saw everybody. Hogs 14. I don't think I missed anybody. Isn't Social Security a Ponzi scheme? It might be.
I
So
don't think so.
again, Pat Keene was supposed to join us. So
Well,
he said,
was close.
yeah,
He was close.
he
I
was
heard
on the
him.
he
He
was
was
on
on the
the other.
phone.
Yeah, he was on the phone, and you know, I don't know why he has a problem. Let me try it this way. Let me try it this way. And I said, well, I'll see you when you pop in. What's the website? It ain't a website. Just click on the link. And so we're waiting to see if Pat's going to join us again this week or not, or if we're just going to be yakking ourselves. So that's what's happening, and so just kind of organizing through the camp, and and cleaning things up and getting ready for summer to come on as everybody else in the country is getting ready for summer.
What is that thing on your shirt? I like to swing. I like to swing my thing.
Yeah. My metal detector.
I see the metal detector.
This was a special shirt. Somebody sent me this shirt.
Oh, yeah? Who?
The people in the chat room there.
Which people in the chat room?
The ones that always send the t-shirts. Rocky Mountain Prospector Brad, hello. Yes, come on, summer. You like the shirt, Janon? How does the blue make me look? Does the blue make me look good?
Oh, the blue matches your eyes.
Oh. See, even Mark knows. Mark says Janon sent it. That's right. See, they know who it was.
The blue matches your eyes.
You can't tell my eyes are blue.
I've known you for a while. I know that your eyes are blue.
Oh, nice shirt, Jack. Yes, all right, Jay. Janon's pleading the fifth. Yeah, so I don't see where Pat Keen is at though. Mr. Mind Lab edition. That's right. Mike B, I just got here. Are you selling the shirt? No. Janon's selling this t-shirts. They're $45, and Janon can send you one. Hey Jack, how deep can cheaper detectors find coins and maybe gold, and are they any good? A cheaper, well, you know, there's an old saying, you get what you pay for. So if you want a good detector to go deep, you're going to have to pay for it. But a good all-around detector that will find coins would probably cost you maybe around $500 or $600 just for a bottom detector. Is what you're going to have to fork out. You can find a used Equinox probably for probably around that price that will do you good. $100 an inch. I've heard that before, $100 an inch. But I don't know if that's the case because, so let's say you spend $1,200, that's 12 inches. That's pretty deep for like a gold monster to go for a coin. And then how big of a nugget is that? So what about the 7,000? That costs $10,000. So that thing then should go down 40 inches.
Should reach China.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. Let me see if I've got this. Let's see if I've got this commercial here. I thought I had a commercial for detecting. Oh, there's Pat. Let's bring Pat in.
Hey! He made it.
Finally. I had to redo my passwords. What a pain.
Hey, everybody say hi to Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Maybe I should turn my phone this way. How you guys doing?
There we are.
Go.
Much better.
That's what I tell Lisa when she says, how come mine's like this? I say, well, turn it the other way. She says, I don't know how to tune my phone around.
Yeah, right. I don't believe that for a second.
That's true.
I like it this way. I like it this way.
So unless you can see, how you doing in New York?
I'm in New Jersey.
Or New Jersey, same thing.
Nice.
Do you know one time Lisa asked how come the plugs were upside down?
Oh, stuff it up your ass. Oh, sorry.
And I said, and she says, I said, just turn it around.
Oh, be quiet.
Good. Did I miss much?
No, you didn't. You didn't miss anything.
We were just waiting. Jay says, what's up? Richard Gibson, what's up? Charles, hello, Pat. Rob Sargent, hey, Pat.
How you guys doing tonight?
We're doing good now that you're here.
Yeah.
Well, good deal.
How's it been going?
Things have been very busy around Keene, making some new custom 8-inch boxes, building firefighters like no tomorrow, working on a new dry washer. You know what? Everything's flowing pretty good right now. I can't complain. And with the prices of gold up real high, I think it's going to be a real good year, and especially since we have Trump, I think it's going to be a stellar year for all prospecting and prospectors. You know, what is gold right now? It's touching on $3,000 an ounce.
Is it?
Once they find out that the deep state emptied out our Fort Knox, it might send gold up to $5,000 an ounce.
Holy mackerels.
Yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens with all of that.
Yes, we will. Desert Prospector, hello. Robert Porch from Phoenix. Charles E. Prospecting. Do you think California and the EPA will back off and allow you to sell gas engines again?
Well, you know what? Fortunately, yes, I do. The main obstacle is probably Gavin Newsom, who's our governor, which I don't have many good things to say about. So I'll just kind of keep that to myself. But I think the EPA is being looked at very carefully right now. I think in order to bring America where it needs to be, I think they're going to have to relax a lot of those regulations in order to get this country back on track. And it's just, it's going to be real interesting. I got a friend that's got a lawsuit. They kept on denying him. But I understand that they are working with a lot of different people in different groups to try to come to some kind of an understanding and explain the whole system on how it works and how it's tried to hold everyone back and try to push in this this green movement, which I think has been used more or less as a Marxist movement to try to gain more control over the people. You know, I have a lot of different opinions than other people, but I think that holds true, and I think that tomorrow's going to be a brighter day.
EPA is toast. Go Elon. Jay says. Newscomb. That's right. That's Newscomb. Gold right now is 29.36 currently, right at this second. That's what I show. 29.36.90. Hey, I got a question for you though, Pat.
Yeah.
I want to know, and I've had this issue before. When I place an order from you, it goes to my old address.
Well, then you got to call me. You need to call me up and say, this is my new address. Wipe the old address out.
We did that already a long time ago.
Then what it is our UPS computer has that number stored. So just remind me tomorrow to take care of it, and I can change it my UPS computer, and that will fix it.
But it's just a good thing I got good good people that call me and say, I think you got a package here. So
definitely.
All right. Yeah. But that's happened a couple of times. But anyway, so what question? Lisa, you had a question you wanted to ask Pat.
I did?
Yeah, you were telling me that you had a few questions you wanted to ask.
I did? What was that? I don't remember.
You told me that yesterday. Hey, what's happened to Shrek? That was one of them.
Oh.
Shrek is he's actually not working again right now. He hurt his ankle, and you know, it's hopefully he'll come on the show tonight. I think I told him that I was going to be on the show, and he's working, but he's off of work till he heals up a little bit. So I think he's out on workers' comp. He's doing well. He's waiting for dredging season to come around again, or mining season. And we're looking forward to going up to the Yuba again this year.
All right. I wish that wasn't so far away because I'd come up there and join you.
Well, you know what? All you have to do is hop in your vehicle. It's only probably, 6-7 hours?
At least.
What's that?
What?
Lisa drives all the way from New Jersey back to see you once in a while.
Yeah, she does. How come I'm not seeing Wayne pop up in my thing? Wayne.
Maybe you need to call him with a different phone or something like that and say hello to him or something.
Did he change? Did he block me or something?
He might have.
I don't think he did. I see that Kathy hurt herself too.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I don't think he's under Shrek.
I think I have him under Shrek.
Under Wayne Quarter.
I know that's what. Unless I'm spelling Wayne wrong. Let's
Anyhow,
try
how
for-
many people you got on your show tonight?
Oh, I don't know. It's hard to say. I know. I can tell you there's 29 people in the chat room.
Good deal. I see. I can't see all those stats.
After the show's over with, I can go on and tell you how many people listen to the show. But right now, I can only tell you how many people is just hanging out in the chat room.
You betcha.
So generally, it's up there around maybe anywhere from 80, 90, 100, somewhere around in there.
Yeah. So, are you going to be moving into a new place and a
We
new home
are.
for the Gold Fever show?
Yes, that'll be the plans. Hopefully next month.
And what about all your buddies that want to come visit you with their trailers and stay in your place?
They can do that too. Oh, Lisa says no. Oh, sure. There's a lot of room.
That's what they have.
I know all the
hotels
people
for.
to call.
That's what they have hotels for.
Hey, since you're not being very talkative, maybe I should just talk here for a few minutes.
Okay, go ahead and talk. Hey, you know what? When's your new dry washer supposed to be released?
Well, that's what I'm going to talk to you about.
And
let me explain to you what we're doing.
I want to be a tester. I want to be one of the first ones to get out and use it. So I better be first on that list or up there to get one.
Look, I'm sure you do, but it's going to be after me.
Well, I know I come number 2 from you. I understand that.
Okay, well, let me kind of explain to everyone what we're doing. The hand crank dry washer has always been around, but how many people actually use the hand crank?
They don't.
Not many people, if any at all.
Only in emergencies if your battery goes dead and you still got to clean out your box.
Well, yes. What we have done is we've came up with a new Bella's dry washer, and we looked at a lot of the other dry washers out there to kind of see what a lot of people are missing. Number one, our DW2 didn't really fold up real small and real tight.
Right.
The new one has like the A52S, where it has the little pull pins, spring-loaded pull pins that you can fold the leg in different positions and lock them into place. So the legs can lock up right up against the bellows and make it real small and compact. The hopper lays down inside of the tray, and we made a shorter version of the hopper. So we made a new mold. And also on the DW2 box, you know how it had the big plastic molded box, how it was big and bulky?
Yeah.
Well, now it's all angular and real streamlined, and it does a better job directing the air up at the tray. But here's the unique things. Instead of using a larger diameter rubber flapper, the big like I think it's like a 3-inch rubber flapper to allow air to go on the bellows. Now there's 4 separate rectangular shaped bellows with different types of a combination of silicone and urethane flappers, but they're at different shores, durometers, and thicknesses. So on the shallow part of the bellows, it's got a real thin rubber flapper, 2 of them, and on the back portion of it, where it's a lot deeper, it's got these larger. It's got a thicker flapper, but it's about half the thickness of the old rubber ones. So it allows all the air it can get into the box. And we took some of the technology from our 151S, where we have the where we have that piece of it's almost like an indoor-outdoor carpet, which is like that filter mesh material. That helps seal the board, and that helps give it an equal flow. And then we use the polycarbonate, which the polycarbonate helps build static electrical charge. And the way we're designing it, when we if we put this rubber tubing over the bottom of the feet of the legs, we might be able to actually create a static electrical charge possibly. So that's kind of the direction we're working. But what's neat is the mechanism that moves the bellows up and down now has instead of using like a big wheel or something with offset holes to control the length of the stroke, I actually came up with a little arm that looks like a hockey puck or looks like a hockey stick, and it has a bunch of different holes. So, so I can change it from a 2-inch stroke, 2.5-inch, a 3-inch stroke, or a 3.5-inch stroke. So if you're running real light material, real fluffy material, you run it with a 2.5-inch stroke, but it also has a speed control where I can speed it up. So it's just going pop, 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 pop. And when you're running like a more of a rocky type material and a lot of decomposed bedrock or crushed up bedrock and a lot of sand and gravel and stuff like that, you can get a longer stroke and then turn down the speed. So it's just like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. But the new tray, instead of having that steel tray, we've gone to an aluminum tray. Instead of having the steel brace that holds a hopper, it's all aluminum. All of the parts on it, there's barely any steel at all. It's all aluminum because we wanted to get the weight down. Now, I think the DW2 weighed probably about 46, 47 pounds. Well, we got our new.
80.
What is that?
I was going to say 80.
Okay. Well, the new one weighs right now, it weighs about 25 pounds. So it's half the weight. And the way this thing works, it doesn't use the same motor we're using. Unfortunately, we're using a bike motor that's actually made in China. So what's nice about it, it's a much smaller motor, very torquey. It's actually an e-bike motor. But here's the thing. Since the motor has a planetary gear and a gear reduction on it, but we're using it to also get the torque out of it, we're using less than 1 amp of electricity. Which means that rather than carrying a big battery out there, I can actually use 2 Makita 18-volt batteries, and it will power that dry washer for 4 hours. So when you got a super light battery pack and you got a super light dry washer what does that do? It allows you to be able to put it on a backpack and actually hike quite a distance to where you need to go to get off the beaten area, to find new spots, to go where no man has gone before, kind of. So the new dry washer, we have videos on it on our Facebook. It's called a DW3. It's probably going to sell for around $1,300.
Holy mackerels!
Yep, but it's about half the weight of the DW2, and it's if you watch the video of it, you'll understand why it's a little more expensive. We're using a lot more expensive parts, and instead of aluminum, we're using like the aluminum tray. It's got different sized dead air spaces underneath the riffles.
Dead air
Uh,
spaces? What the hell's dead air spaces in there for?
Believe it or not, that's how you trap the gold in a dry washer.
Really?
Just that very little apex of there. Once you get that fine gold that works its way into that reverse cantered riffle, which is called the Chinese riffle, once that gold gets in that corner, it stays there. Otherwise, what happens? It ends up pushing up at the end and kicking it out into the next riffle, creating migration.
Man, imagine that.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I know
I
we were
talked to
talking
some
about this.
people. I talked to some people that tell me that some of the other manufacturers don't believe in dead air spaces.
I know we discussed this already.
You know what? Since day one, not just our dry washer, but every dry washer out there that's worth its salt uses dead air spaces. But we got one like a little wider one, a more narrower one, a wider one, a narrower one, and it's working out really good. When we did one of them without any, when we took off the strips on our test model, we found that we were finding a lot less gold. So we're only basing all of this on testing. And it's pretty funny. You watch our videos when we're working on stuff. Me and my brother and my friends, we're all bantering about what we should change, what we should keep, things to consider. But every time we go out, we've got about 5 or 6 new changes on the dry washer. And I'll tell you, once this dry washer comes out on the market, I hate the word game changer, but it's going to be such a great innovation to finally have something that's super lightweight, something that's backpackable, where you don't have to carry a big battery anymore. Plus, we got the lithium technology, which really helps a great deal and saves a lot of weight. We also have the ability to use the 18-volt batteries off of different types of power tools, and all of that stuff combined makes a much better machine. And there's also a digital pulse controller that you can control the speed, so you can slow it down, speed it up, turn it off when you're not using it for a few minutes. The motor that we had for our DW2 has always worked great. They last forever. They hold up. But I'm willing to give this e-bike motor, which is a lot higher technology. It doesn't have brushes in it. It's brushless. And it's completely sealed. And running it all day, it doesn't get hot. And I think that's probably one of the keys for it, for its elasticity. So we're real excited. If you guys are interested to see what Keen Engineering is working on, you can go to our Facebook and you can watch tons of videos and you can see some of the cleanups. We've been hiding some of the gold we've been finding because we're actually finding good gold right now. And it's not about showing it off because we're working an area that we want to go back to. And the moment we start showing people how much gold we find, we're going to have all these people swamp our spot that we're trying to work out.
No,
you know how that goes.
I know how that goes. But I was just seeing who popped in here since I know people are popping in here. Steve Peasley and Thomas Penny. Wait, folks.
Thomas
Charles E.
Folks.
Prospecting.
Woo-hoo.
People are asking Pat questions. Do you see that coming
Daryl
through?
Lane. I
can't
do.
see. I can't see the questions that they're asking, so
I
you
know.
guys are going to have to moderate.
So okay, I'll throw these questions out to you. Let me back up here. Where are the questions at? Pat, do you have any magic fingers in stock?
Yes, in fact, I'm going to give a couple away tonight.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Are you going Saturday to the annual treasure hunting awards? Robert Porch asked.
No, I am not.
Okay. Let's see. Charles, how much money? You already answered that. Let's see. Do you guys have replacements for the backpack pack or whatever you call it for the 140S?
Replacements for the backpack. You mean like a ledge pack frame? I don't know if I understand that.
Do you guys have a replacement for the backpack back or whatever you call it for the 140S?
Maybe that is what it is. The frame.
I have replacements of all the parts for the 140.
Brad wants to go to the Pat's Fest. I'm going to Nugget Hunt Downeyville. Let's see. Oh, Pat's room looks like my room. Tell Pat favorite customers here. We're hanging, swinging. Let's see. Where did some questions go here? Will the aluminum tray take the beating?
Absolutely. When we say aluminum tray, we're talking about the riffle tray. Yes, it's worked in the 140 and the 151 for ages. The upper hopper has an aluminum screen in there. We know it's going to take a beating. It's not going to last as long as the metal, but the new ones will be made where they can be replaced, but they will be considered as a consumable item. And yes, they're going to get beaten in, they're going to get rounded out, but I don't really think it matters because the base, the plastic hopper around it is going to hold and support and not get beaten to death like some of the other manufacturers with their aluminum complete hoppers.
Oh, no, he's asking. Okay, he was asking about the frame. Says no. I'm asking about the blower since they no longer have the Makitas. Are they making the blower backpack or whatever they call? Oh, the backpack, the vacuum.
Oh yeah. We just made not too long ago. Makita stopped making the 4-stroke gasoline motors because they decided to go all battery on everything. And they are the people that purchased Dolmar, who it was Dolmar before it was Makita. So we've gone back to the Echo, and let's face it, the Echo has always been the mainstay of the market.
Yeah.
But there's two different units that you can buy. You can buy the homeowner grade, which is designed to last for around 200 hours or maybe a little bit more. And then they have the Gardner, more of the commercial version, which I think is called a PB 2620X. And the difference between the motors is one piston has 2 rings and the other piston has 1 ring. And you figure, why wouldn't they make them all with double rings? It's kind of silly. They should definitely have. They should have made them all that way. And I know the ones with the double rings, guys get like 800, 900, 1,000 hours out of them. But I also tell the people, number one rule, don't leave fuel inside of the units. At the end of every trip, burn out all the fuel that's in the carburetor, empty the tank. If you don't, you're looking for trouble. Don't even bother wasting even buying a two-stroke motor if you're not willing to take care of it.
Okay, so Mark wants to know, can you give us any tips on the 160 Mini, such as level or tipped forward, etc.?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, everyone seems to think with the way it looks that the bottom should be parallel with the ground. That's not the case at all. The On the 160, the discharge end of the tray needs to be kicked up about 2.5 inches, maybe even more inches, and that also gives you a little steeper action on the tray. And that was the way it was designed to work. You definitely want to tilt the classifier up higher so the rocks can move off of it. And you definitely want to flatten out the tray. And the most important thing about that is you have to be able to open up the big door and clip it open in the open position. And when the machine's working, watch that little dust layer above the riffles, because you can open up the bypass valve on the back of the box half to 3/4 of the way, and you can watch that dust layer just drop down back down to the riffle. You got to realize when you're using a dry washer, you're creating a positive or a neutral or a negative suspension bed, and you want to get it just slightly positive, but very slightly, so you can capture the best of the fine gold. And another thing, don't be afraid to pull out the tray and clean it up a little more often, especially if you're running into a lot of black sand. Uh, and on the 160, you want to make sure that the little bumpers are pushing against the side. And the main reason for that is so you can kind of stabilize the vibration. If you get too much centrifugal off throw from the vibrator, then you end up getting material climbing out the sides of the riffles, or moving off to the sides to the sidewalls, and then piling up and then billowing over. You want to achieve a nice even flow on it. And another thing is most of the people don't seem to regulate their flow enough. But vibration is important. Even on the DW3, we have a new mechanism now. Instead of just jostling the lower tray and bumping it up, our new hopper pops on every stroke. And what that does, it sends vibration to the lower box, and quite a bit of it. And it also keeps that upper box popping, so material doesn't sit inside of the upper hopper. And what's amazing is I can run a bucket of material through that unit in 2 minutes. I think with the old style DW2, it took like 4 or 5 minutes to process a bucket of material. So the new machine can run a lot more material. I think I'm not sure, we haven't timed it exactly, but the times that we did, I think we were probably running a half yard, uh, maybe a half yard or better an hour.
It'll be interesting to see. Let's see. Julie and Barry, I'm going through these lists here. Let's see, a fuller stroke, no. Okay. What I miss here?
With the one thing I wanted to mention with the HVS.
You got any 160s in stock?
Oh,
Not yet. I'm building 24 of them right now. But one of the things that I skipped that I didn't answer is if you take the Echo blower and you take our new HVS KE, which I think sells for about, I think it's like $249.95 or maybe 200. I'm not 100% sure, believe it or not. But you can take the motor, you can set the motor on there and use a screwdriver and tighten the clamp that's part of the collar assembly to it. And that allows you to be able to use the blower intake as the vacuum for the container. And I actually like it better because I can also take the blower and remove it. And if I have the right tension on the clamp, I can take it off and put it on, and it doesn't just vibrate off. And another thing that some of these other manufacturers don't do, they don't have two ports on the side of the bucket. So when you're using it as a blower, you're not restricting the air intake, and you get a lot more air going through it, and it makes a big difference. But when you're using it as a vacuum, you hook up your single shop vac line to one side of it, and then we have a special plug that plugs that second port, so you can maximize your vacuum, so you can create a vacuum, period.
Okay, so Paul says, are you coming up with an improvement to the A52S, and do you make a smaller sluice with the classifier plate?
The answer is no. I haven't really thought of making a smaller one. The A52S needs a lot of water, so you really need that large flare to get enough water to fill that sluice and maintain a certain velocity where the screens work well. Otherwise, you have to take that screen off, and then you have to classify your material if you're just running a single layer riffle. And that's one of the reasons that we came up with an A52, so we can run bank run material or material right out of the river without classifying it, or just be able to shovel material or buckets without classifying everything. Everyone knows what it's like to sit there and classify bucket after bucket. It's a pain in the ass. And after 20, 30 buckets, your back is normally given out.
Yes. I just sent a message to Shrek, said, where the hell you at?
Good. So you got his number.
Yeah, it took me a while. I had him in there, Shrek. I couldn't spell Shrek right.
Yes.
What? What a shock.
I said there's a shock. You couldn't spell it right.
Well, he wasn't under Wayne, so, so.
I have him under Shrek in my phone too.
What a coincidence. I'm seeing if he's in my email list here. Wayne. Nope, he's not under Wayne. Shrek. What's his starting email address, Pat?
I think it's Desert Rat.
DES. No, I don't have it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is right now, and I can't get it out of my phone because I'm on. Actually, I do have my laptop here.
I was going to send him
what I didn't like is I had to download Google Chrome in order to get on your show.
Yeah.
And I use DuckDuckGo, and I use a VPN. I just don't like to be tracked by anyone.
You're not paranoid, are you?
No, I just when I'm talking shit about the government,
who cares?
I don't like to be
they already know they already got your number anyways,
I'm sure I got a number on my forehead.
Hey, I know, let me tell you what. I I have VPN on my phone.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, so if I say like, "Hey Lisa, we need to find us a mortgage company," when I go on Facebook, what's the ads popping up? Mortgage companies. How do they know that? Because they're listening.
Yeah.
They know you can't hide that stuff.
So right now on
Billy's.
the TV, it says that Gavin Newsom funded a statue of himself.
I did. I saw that. Well, they're saying it was donations. I saw it.
It
Billy
says he
Z.
funded the statue of himself.
Yeah, Billy Z. Hello.
Is that like giving yourself a nickname?
It could be.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to make a bunch of bobbleheads of myself.
That sounds pretty scary.
Just so everybody could have them in their car to bob with, like the hula hoop girl.
Yeah.
Apple is
Okay.
listening. That is true.
So Thomas Folks, is he? I heard he's in Arizona. Is he prospecting or what?
I heard he was in Arizona. I saw a post a while back.
Well, this is the time he always comes out.
Oh, Mark says only 10,000 was donated, cost 97,000. Wow. Mark would know it. They're from California, yay.
This whole thing with Gavin Newsom and the 50 state engines, we basically had to scrounge and we basically had to scrounge to get all the 50 state motors left that were made before January 1st of 2024. So that's the key to selling any engines in California. Otherwise, everything that we're selling is just going out of state. And we actually follow the law pretty close on that because we don't need any trouble. We pay our taxes and we follow the regulations, whether we like them or not. That's kind of what you have to do sometimes in business to survive.
Billy Z, we're on regular time. We don't have time. Our time's always the same time. Billy says he just joined GPAA. I'm sorry.
Well,
Mark
you know
says,
what? I have to say one thing. When you join all the different clubs and you network with other prospectors out there, that's how you learn and that's how you find gold.
That's true. That part is true.
And the GPAA, they have a lot of claims out there. And the one thing about it is some people use their claims as kind of like a base camp and then spread out in some of these other good areas to find other places to prospect.
True.
But I found that a lot of the small clubs like Comstock Prospectors is the bomb. That's a great club to join. The Roadrunners is a really good club out there. The Prospectors Club of Southern California is a good club. The Taft. Those clubs, the claims that they have in Benson Canyon are smoking hot. And the main reason being, how the old timers never dug up the roads because they needed that road to get in and out. Well, Mother Nature took a twist, and I think it was 2 years ago, they had 6 inches of rain an hour. And the sand built up, and then the river moved on top of the road and took out 4 foot of the road, almost down to bedrock. And it's just created a frenzy on those claims. And some of my friends have been finding some pretty big pieces of gold. It's kind of like the old days, all these guys with the mine labs that are good with it, and all of them retired folk out there, and Thomas folks, they have the time to spend on an area, camp out for 1 or 2 weeks or more, and just work the piss out of these areas, especially with some of the mine labs, some of the new technologies. But I just bought myself a new toy. I bought one of these ground scanners from Germany, and I spent about $17,000 on it, and it's called a Rover C4. And this machine is absolutely incredible. It's a little hard to use because I actually have to set up a graph and put out all my little plastic cones, and I have to measure out the area, punch in all the parameters into the machine, and then I got to carry the scanner back and forth like 40, 50 times, and then I take my fob and I plug it into my laptop, and it shows me a full 3D image, and I can see veins. I can see the topography of the bedrock. I can rotate it on the computer screen. It's an absolute amazing unit. In fact, I got it sitting in my living room. You know how some people display their knickknacks and stuff like that. Well, I keep my GPR there, keep it nice and protected.
Okay, I'm going to Billy Z. Yeah, we don't change times, but since we're always on Pacific time, we do start now in Arizona at 5 o'clock, where last week it was at 6 o'clock. And Kimberly Harder wants to know, is there any good clubs in Utah County area? I know Brad is out there, Kimberly. If you get a hold of Brad, Brad's in the chat room there. He lives out there in Utah, can help you out. I know Utah has a few clubs out there. I'm sending an email to Shrek right now. So let me try to do this here.
You don't have multiple phones and burner phones?
No, it's all on the same computer. So I'm texting on my phone, but I got to send it to him this way here. You're right on that. DESGESRTAT. Man, he's got some weird TR. Oops. T. You can continue on TRATY. Do this TRAT. DEDES. Okay. At SBC. What the hell is that? SBC
Global.net. Hey, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
GLOBAL.net. I think that's right. Okay. Oh, now he popped up. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens. .net. I'm sending it.
Are you bringing Shrek in too?
Yeah, sent. Okay. Let's see if it'll go through, because I don't know what my bandwidth it will do.
Your bandwidth.
I know. So it's going through. It's saying loading, but message. See if it'll send. Okay, it's sent. Okay. Okay, so send him. So he's got it now. So do you guys see that? Do you see that, Kimberly? The Utah Gold Prospector Club meets the third Tuesday of the month in West Valley. Okay. Pat, it's good to see you here, Billy Z says. Tell Pat I said hi, Thomas says.
Hey, what's happening, Tom? I'm looking forward to seeing you up at the Yuba, you and Nancy.
Do you have the 150s in stock?
151s, yes.
Okay. Okay, so we'll see if Shrek comes on. So I'll see if he pops in.
He's probably working right now.
I don't know. He sent me.
Or taking his daughter to school or something like that.
No, he said he's at home. I said, where are you at? Pat's in the house. He said, I'm at home. Where are you at?
Saying doing the show.
So I said, give me your email. So he did. So I just sent it. So we'll see if he logs in.
You
It'll be
probably
like
will. Just to harass me and you.
it'll be a reunion. I know.
Uh,
I gotta go find one of his shirts.
oh yeah, the Shrek shirts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna do
I,
that.
I I still have mine.
Okay. You talk for a moment. I'm gonna take a break a second. I'll
Oh
be right
goodness.
back.
Okay. Hey, I just wanted to let everyone know I'm a dealer for these OKM ground scanners and ground penetrating radars, and it's an expensive tool. A lot of people can't afford them, but some people can. But it sure is an awesome machine. It's kind of like the next generation in treasure hunting. And I sell ground penetrating radars now, on top of selling a lot of mine labs, Garrett, Fishers, a lot of the different machines. And I'm also very competitive on the prices on it. I pretty much sell everything for the MAP price. And if I ship out of California, you don't have to pay sales tax. But when you buy it from the big retailers, they always charge you tax. That's kind of important to know. And I'll tell you one thing, uh, having the ability to look for treasures now instead of using a big coil and be able to see something in color 3D and actually be able to see the structure, the shape of the items is really awesome. And I can find tunnels and I can find stuff down to 85 feet deep. Maybe not necessarily gold, but I can actually see the topography of the gravels, the densities, and stuff like that. And it's pretty amazing how technology is these days. And what a difference. I can go to some of my old areas and I can actually find stuff that I never dreamed of finding before. And using some of these pulse generators and mats, I'm pretty fortunate to have a lot of different types of metal detectors, so I get people calling me to help them find some treasures. In fact, a month ago, I was actually looking for some Jesuit treasure. I can't say where, but there were all these tunnels that the Jesuits used in an area that no one would ever imagine, and it's pretty interesting. The guy who owned the property found a Jesuit sword that looked kind of a real strange shape. But all those guys were treasure hunters and hoarders, and I would sure like to get some of that. So I'm always out there looking for treasure. A prospector isn't someone who just prospects for gold. Sometimes I'm looking for quartz boulders. Sometimes I'm looking for old antiques. Sometimes I'm looking for different types of treasures in different types of areas. But hey, it's a way of life for a prospector.
Way of life. So, Janon says, "Do you come to Downeyville just once a year?"
Unfortunately, yes. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to start taking a longer vacation so I can go up there for hopefully 3 weeks in a row in the future.
When is Downeyville?
I'm going up there on September, I think the 6th, which is like a Saturday. And I'm there for at least 2 weeks. And I've been working on my claims for years. But now that the Comstock prospectors acquired all these claims that belonged to a guy named Yoho, which is an old time prospector who had some of the best claims around Downeyville. He sold them to some real rich guy, and this rich guy made a deal with the Comstock prospectors that you can use those claims, providing that you're willing to give up 10% of the gold you find and send it into the gold prospectors so they could give it to the guy that actually owns the claim.
Oh,
And
Shrek is.
some of these claims are super good, and they haven't been worked for 30 years because the guy used to chase everyone off the claims and live there right there in the town of Downeyville and spend most of his days chasing people away.
So let's see. So Panama Prospector. Hello. What did I miss? So let's see. There was. Where's? Oh, Janon said they were just up there 2 Saturdays. Their club, the River City Prospectors, has a claim there. So is that when your birthday bash is in September?
It's not a birthday bash. It's just the
I thought
Yuba
that's
River Bash.
yeah,
It
but
just
I
happens
thought
my birthday's around the same time.
okay, that's why it's the birthday bash, but it's in September then.
Yes,
Okay, maybe this year me and Lisa can make it, huh?
you
We'll go for a
should.
road. We'd go for a road trip up there. We'd get our new shirts, our new jackets.
And be like Jeff and Marianne?
How's that?
Yes, Jeff and Marianne, some of my favorites.
I thought we were your favorites.
Next to them.
Oh,
Next to them, I'll beg your
I'm just
pardon.
joking. Well, I spend more time prospecting with them.
Yeah, but you have more fun with us.
You know what? That might be true. You're gonna have to come and find out. Are you having a glass of wine right now?
No, it's actually Red Mountain Dew is what it is.
In a wine glass?
No, it's not a wine glass, it's a big glass. It's a regular
Oh, okay. I didn't see it that well.
Yeah.
So if I
Jerry
have a beer,
Prince,
it's not
hello.
a problem. Actually, I
The
don't
who?
care anyhow what anyone thinks.
What, a beer?
No, you know what? I normally don't drink anymore during the week.
I mean, you
But I
don't
can-
drink any less either.
I do. During the week, I normally don't drink any alcohol, but on the weekends, yeah, I'm hitting it.
Hey, well, guess what, Pat?
Yeah.
I haven't had a drink in what, 3 years?
Well, good for you.
Pretty close to that, yeah.
Yeah, so I drink NAs now.
Well, then you haven't been Shrek'd lately.
And I
No.
And I won't be Shrek'd either. Not no
Oh
more.
my God.
That was
That was a night, boy.
You
That
know
was-
what? He's a hard person to keep up with.
I know. I didn't get out of bed for 3 days.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Well, that's probably just from alcohol poisoning.
I was down for 3 days. Yes,
Oh my God.
I was definitely Shrek'd.
Those boys came knocking on the trailer and you didn't move. You didn't even make a sound. Nobody saw you.
Yeah, I'll bet you caught shit for that one.
From somebody who shall remain nameless. Yeah, he did.
You're nameless. Yeah, right.
Shrek
Yeah,
said
she
he's
must have paddled your ass hard.
Shrek said he's driving right now.
Okay. So what are some of the things that people want to talk about?
Yes, what does anybody want to talk about? I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to send Shrek a link to the show here. Share.
You already did that.
No, I meant a link to the live feed of the show, not the log on to, but the actual.
Yeah, but now it's playing back from your phone.
I know you just heard that, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, well, I just shut it down.
Oh,
Copy
good.
link.
You know, I think that with all the erosion we've had and all the rains that we've had, and probably continuing and all the weather manipulation, I think we're going to have a real good season. And I'll tell you, we're kind of gearing up for it. I'm just starting to build another 500 sluices of each size. We had to spend a lot of money to buy enough aluminum before these tariffs go into place.
Oh, you better
And
hurry and get it.
it's not that it's, if we have to do this, we have to do this. It's not about, it's not about the short time that we have to look at. It's the long time gain in the future is what's going to make a difference. If we can cut out some of this corruption and bullshit.
Hey, I just saw Paul just posted that apparently Ireland is going to charge us 1,000% tariff until we take Rosie O'Donnell back.
She said she's moving to Ireland.
Hey, you know what? We don't want her back.
No.
Let's give her a one-way ticket to Guantanamo.
Raphael Knight, hello. Does the Comstock Club have claims in Arizona?
I'm not sure. I just know that they have claims in California. They got claims in Nevada. I think that they might have 1 or 2 claims in Arizona. I'm pretty sure they do. But, you can always contact them and just straight out ask. Or you know what? Plan a trip and go to Nevada or California to mine some gold. That's the best bet.
Yeah. They call me Mr. Mind Lab. Hey, Pat, what's the best detector on the market?
Well, you know what? I hate the politics of Mind Lab, but they do have some of the best technology. Most of the time I'm using I sold my 7,000 because I wanted something that I could do a lot more hiking with and go a lot further with. So I bought myself a 6,000, and I still love my SDC 2300. And the things that I like about those machines more than anything, it packs up real small. I can put it in a backpack, and I can hike to areas where I normally wouldn't want to carry that 7,000 so far away. And I'm also working on a new hiking stick that's made out of fiberglass, which has an interchangeable heads. And so I got a #1 shovel blade that clips into it, or I have a detector pick head that snaps into it, or I have a small little pointer thing with a little hardened spike on the bottom for hiking. And it also works good as a javelin against 2-legged and 4-legged animals.
So somebody new in the chat room here, Wayne Corter, just says whatever works best for you.
Yeah, right. Well, I know some people tease me about using a #1 shovel head, but most of the places where I'm going, I'm around a lot of large rocks, and getting in between those large rocks and being able to regulate the flow on some of the smaller equipment and being able to dig twice as fast without getting worn out, I'll tell you, has a lot to say for itself. So I'm not afraid or ashamed of using it. I can still handle a bigger shovel, but you know what? I'm not trying to show off. I'm trying to be an effective miner. And by using some of these tools that I found over time, it allows me to do exactly that. And also using the magic fingers, those work awesome. Why don't we give a pair away right now?
Okay. Hey, Wayne, we were just talking about you just a little bit ago about all your disruptiveness that you used to cause in the camps and how you used to be a very bad influence on so many people, Wayne.
Thank you, Wayne. Hey, thank you, Wayne, for all you do. And all the people that you shreked.
Yeah, all the people that you shreked. This is true. I don't know. I think it was some easily led people.
Well, I
I
remember.
don't think it has anything to do with that. You know what? I can tell you one thing: when you hang out with Wayne, you're guaranteed to have a lot of fun.
Well, that part is true.
And you
Well,
know what? When we're out prospecting, what is it? You know, it's either hey, have fun or go home.
oh, I got something to show you. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, so when I was there with Shrek that time, what did we do? Oh, let me pull this up right here. Right. Let's see if it'll pull up here.
Oh, there it is.
Huh?
There it is. I see it.
Oh, do you? I don't see it yet.
Yeah,
There it is.
yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, there we go.
There you are. A happy threesome.
So that,
And you know what? He's also a good bodyguard. I
yes,
mean,
that's how,
if someone was to ever mess with you, it's always nice to have the bone crusher with you.
yes. So this guy, old Shrek, where he says, I said, I got some apple, what was that? Apple, Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels, yeah.
And so
No, that
me and,
was Crown Royale apple. Come
no,
on.
no, 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 that was Jack Daniels apple that I had. And me and him
Oh,
polished that whole bottle of Jack Daniels apple gone. And I said, it's all gone. He says, I got something else. Then he went and broke out the Crown. And then we went
yeah.
through the Crown apple. That's when I didn't get up for 3
Yeah,
days.
that's what got you.
Well, you
Yeah.
know what? I learned one thing: don't mix your alcohol.
I wasn't mixing. Here's another picture for you, Pat.
Yeah, that's that's an old picture right there.
I
And
don't
I
see.
still
Okay,
don't know how to play worth shit.
I know your fingers are in the wrong position.
Yeah, they are.
I found,
But hey,
well, those.
we were drunk and we were having fun. You know what that picture remind me of? You remember Ellie Lofton, who owns the potato patch on Stanton Hill?
Yeah.
I talked to her today.
Oh, really? I thought she
Yeah.
had died.
Nope. I think she's 87 years old, almost 90
Wow.
years old. And she still has her wits about her.
Hmm.
She's not afraid to tell you off.
Yeah.
But
So
she's always been an ass kicker. She's
I know.
a
Here,
really good person.
here's some gold that I found with the 6,000 up on one of my claims.
Yeah, what is that? What are they sitting on?
It's sitting on the coral, the GPX, the 11-inch coral.
Those are awfully small pieces.
Oh, there's a couple of grammars in there. There's a lot of sub-grammars and stuff like that, but
I'm
half
gonna have to
grammar.
put on my glasses. They're so small.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
not shabby at all.
yeah.
How old is that picture though?
Oh, that was probably last year or something. Oh, I bet you I pulled 400 pieces of gold off of that claim up there
Off of which claim?
on one of my claims up in Meadview, Lake Mead
Oh,
area.
right on. Hey,
Uh,
whatever happened to the gold lady's claims?
well, one of them I had right next door to hers, and I just sold that last
Yeah.
week to somebody. I think they probably just got let go. I don't think somebody may have snatched them up. One of them I know that was out by me up there in Franconia. But
Yeah, because I noticed not too not too much earlier before she got murdered, basically. She was
no,
finding
basically about.
yeah, she was finding some dendritic gold, but what was interesting, it was almost like I don't know if you ever seen chevron gold or if you know what that is. That's where gold kind of mimics the crystalline structure of gold, and you can see the growth lines in it, and it almost looks like the shell symbol, and the growth lines kind of like represent that you'd see it like on a shell or something. But some of that crystalline gold that's out there is probably worth 5-6 times spot. If you get a nice piece with a nice character that can be either a specimen or made into a piece of jewelry.
So there's some questions here. Do you build any small conveyors?
I've made a couple of them, and we made them out of aluminum. We made them out of like 3/4 inch aluminum extruded tubing. But yeah, there is an easier way to make those. And one of those is by using a Werner all aluminum ladder. And you got to make some brackets where you can use skateboard wheels and attach them to the rails so they fit kind of upward and inward, so can actually get that belt running along. And so the
exit this time.
Hey, what's up, guys? We were talking about how you Shrek'd Jack.
It wasn't me.
Yeah,
Somebody
it
who
was.
looked like you.
There's a whole lot of people that accuse me of being a bad influence.
You are.
Did he see the picture?
Nice.
I think he sees the picture now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to your face? Now you got a long beard?
No, I got rid of the beard. It's not snowing anymore. Well, it's supposed to snow tonight.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Taking the kid to school?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, what's happening?
Nothing.
I know you're not driving. You're sitting still.
I parked now.
Oh, okay.
That's why she was commenting while we were going down the freeway in the rain, and I wanted to comment on certain things, and so she did it for me because I couldn't do it because I was driving.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, well, the old gang is here.
Yes.
Yeah, he's going up to Downeyville this year.
I'm going to Downeyville before you get there.
I know it. Don't rub
We're
it
going
in.
to have to. We're going to have to try to make it up there this year.
Yeah, it'd be good.
I don't drink anymore, so.
Well, I don't drink any less. Oh, wait.
Yeah, yeah. I don't drink.
Yeah, Riley's only got a few more years before she can take a sip of alcohol. She's safe.
That's a good thing, if you think so.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, there's a few people that have earned those shirts.
Yeah, I still got mine.
I still got mine. Believe you me.
There's a few other people that choose not to be named.
What, other people that have been Shrek'd?
Yes.
We did those sweatshirts to several
there
people.
are many of them in the Mother Lode area.
Yes.
People that were even had alcohol poisoning for a lot longer than you, Jack.
Oh, I know there was, but I was telling the story. We polished that bottle of Jack Daniel's apple, then you broke out the Crown apple, and that's when I didn't get up for 3 days.
Exactly. That's when we were rocking your trailer and you were having a problem.
I know, and I remember
that. I can't drink that bourbon. I'm sticking to my Captain Morgan.
It wasn't.
Well, that was the other problem. Yeah, well, no, we were still drinking the Captain Morgan and Kraken and everything else on top of the Crown
and
apple.
Beer.
Yeah.
And every other drink that someone would buy you or whatever.
Would just walk by. Hey, look, more alcohol.
Yeah. Lisa says she wants to go to bed.
Well, you know what? It's 9:30 here, and I got to get up at 4.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
Well, hey, you know what? How do you think I felt all those days I got Shrek'd in?
Wah.
I thought we were going to give away magic fingers.
Oh yeah, how you want to give one away, Pat?
How many people are in your group?
Right now, there was 42 last time I just looked.
Pick number 15 on the list.
Oh, I can't do that. I can't see them that way.
Then
Pick
how
a
do
letter.
you see it?
Huh?
Pick a letter.
So what you're going to have to do is pick a number then, from 1 to 50, and the first one that hits it gets it. How's that?
Don't say it out loud.
Okay, I got a number.
I was just gonna say pick a letter of the first name.
Can you send it to me? There's a private chat. Pat probably can't see the private chat.
It should be on the bottom of his phone.
Okay, so
Even I have that.
I'll tell you the numbers, Pat. You tell me when somebody hits it. Okay, 23, 25, 29, 27, 13.
Yes.
Somebody got it? What number?
27.
27 is Mike Bush.
Okay.
All right, Mike Bush, congratulations. Send your shipping address to either PM it to me or to goldfeverradio@yahoo.com.
Send it to Gold Fever and CC it to Pat at keeneng.com.
There you go. Everybody else, we've already got a winner. Holy mackerels, look at them. They're still coming in wide, fast and furious. I can't keep up with you guys all that fast.
You
But
know,
there's already
this kind of reminds me of those political podcasts. Seeing 4 people in the windows. Let's start backing on the government.
There we go. Yeah. Hey,
I have a funny feeling this won't go very well.
Hey, you know what? We're not FCC regulated, so you can say anything you want here.
Well, it's probably a good thing with me.
Well, it's probably a good thing, or I'll be banned from YouTube.
Yeah. Who
I was
was the
like,
guy
Pat
that
learned.
just Gene, the guy who died, the old actor,
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman. Someone was showing me a YouTube that they found that underneath his house, there's an underground warehouse and tunnels going every which direction. And it was showing the FBI going through all these tunnels and stuff like that. And they're finding old ancient artifacts that look like old Sumerian tablets and stuff.
Wow.
And just some of the most wildest shit you ever seen. You got to take a look at that on YouTube. I was watching it and I was kind of taken back.
What's your email address, Pat?
Pat at KEENEENG.com.
Okay. Movie props. I'm detecting some shenanigans. Chuckles 470S. Yeah, there's some shenanigans going on. If you stick around long enough, you'll see some shenanigans. All right. If you get you get a couple of these guys in the house. Yeah, life ain't the same.
Yeah, it's all about shenanigans.
And it might even leave a mark.
Yeah. You mean it might hurt?
Yeah, maybe.
So Charles says he'll drink with you, Shrek. Yeah, yeah.
Famous last words, but that's always a good
Yeah,
time.
really.
Yeah. Many people said they have tried, and many people have failed.
Yeah. Anyhow, hey, look, what are some of the other people? What do they want to talk about? Your listeners.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, Jack, let your listeners talk. I really do have to go.
Okay, Lisa. Good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay,
night,
bye,
Lisa.
Bye, Shrek.
Bye.
Shrek will take your place.
And she's
No.
gone. Okay. She's gone. Okay. Yeah, she told me earlier. Pat's a talker. I can't stay up late. And I said, oh, come on, don't be a wuss. Well, she wussed out.
Well, that's you know how I feel about that.
Yeah. Yeah. We're being Shrek right now.
I'm waiting.
It takes years of practice.
I am waiting to see if I'm going to be able to drive home without going into 4-wheel drive here in a minute.
Steve Collier just said he had 6 elk walk through the yard. Aren't you up in Kingman, Steve? There's elk up there in Kingman? I thought you were in Kingman. Huh. Wow. I just bought a house up in Kingman.
What's the elevation?
It's higher than where I'm at now. I don't know what. Well, I haven't closed on it yet, but it's all contingent, but we'll see.
Well, good luck.
Hopefully I can, all goes well.
Yeah, hopefully you're doing a 1031 exchange to get away from capital gains.
Well, yeah, that's the main thing. I don't want to pay capital gains. I looked in Golden Valley. That's where Retta lived at, Gold Lady. She was over in that area. So I looked over there, but we settled for someplace a little bit on the other side.
Well, hopefully there's gold on your property.
I doubt that, but looks like it's about 3,500 elevation up there.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's enough to have a good amount of snow.
Not well. It has snowed there, but generally it doesn't last.
Yeah.
But we don't get. But it'll be a little cooler because it's freaking hot down here. So.
Yeah, well, I'm at 5,000 here.
Yeah, you'll get snow. I've been in Reno before when it snowed.
Yes, and I'm in Cold Springs, and it's even worse.
I'll tell you.
He tells me that his driveway and his walkways ice over.
I wasn't too far. I stayed in a hotel not too far from where BLM's office is at in there. And it snowed really bad. I was up there for like 2 weeks and it snowed really bad. And I had to leave and fly out. And I was so afraid to fly out in the snow that what I did is I went and bought a car. It was a Corvette that this lady was selling. And I drove it home.
Yeah, like that was safer.
Yeah, because I didn't want to fly, so I bought a car and drove it.
I think today you have to worry a little bit more about flying the way they're dropping.
Ask Pat what his favorite. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just goes up here. You'd be surprised. It's like you get one bad storm and everything on the way out of here is chain restrictions or 4-wheel drive.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, just remember we got guests on the show. They want answers.
What's your favorite dry washer? Anything Keen makes. Anything's got a Keen sticker on it.
Depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to get down and dirty and move a lot of material, a 151S.
I own like 6 or 7 different dry washers. I have them all.
Yeah.
Hey,
but he only chooses to use a puffer.
Once upon a time, I had like about 13 different dry washers.
I know. I remember seeing some pictures of them.
Yeah, I remember one time you called me and gave me hell. You ain't the first one that done that either.
Oh, for not knowing how to use the equipment properly? Yes, that is correct.
No, that's not
I
it.
knew that was where I was going.
Yeah.
Come on,
no.
Jack, tell the truth.
I'm going to tell the story. What I was doing was trying to set up that
a Mini-Max.
Yes, I was trying to set it up, and it smashed down, pinched my finger, and I chucked it, and I don't know what I said, but it pissed me off. Well, anyway, so Pat calls me and he said, "Hey, dude, what's happening with that, man? That's not right, man." But I'll tell you another story. I was running a gold cube one time, and I was putting it into a gold grabber, and Mike Pung calls me and he says, "Jack, what are you trying to prove?" Hey, you manufacturers, I'm just a tester. I just play with the products, I'm sorry I pissed you all off.
No, you aren't.
That was one thing I was good for until I broke everything.
Yeah.
You know what? At least you're a gold whore.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in Duesenberg one. Hey, Pat, now you'll remember this one because it was at the same gold show where you were at. There was this guy selling these gold pans, and they had a bellows that you would step on, and it was like dry panning in this gold pan.
Yeah.
Remember those? Okay.
Yes.
So I bought one of them, and I was in Duesenberg, and me and Lisa's filming. So Lisa's filming me, and I'm out here trying to do this, and it's not working. So I chucked it, and I said, "This is a piece of shit." And then I said, If anybody wants me to product test their stuff, just go ahead and give me a call. Lisa says there's nobody calling you after that.
Well, you know what? There is a method, and you have to learn what that method is.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the
Thomas says, "Hi,
raffle.
Shrek."
Hello. Who said it?
Thomas.
Thomas Folks. Remember Tom
Remember
and
when
Nancy?
Remember when we went to the Benson camp and the guy, we were doing that raffle and the guy had that unbreakable pick? And then everyone laughed and go, "Oh yeah, it's unbreakable. Give it to Shrek." And the guy was like, "No."
Oh, hey. Hey, I was going to show you some of my latest inventions, Pat. Okay.
Yes.
Electric jackhammer.
What?
An electric jackhammer. Huh?
What?
No?
I can't see what it is.
Huh?
I don't know yet.
Electric jackhammer?
What? Go ahead and make his food.
How about an electric frying pan?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you put it together right, you'll fry.
Why don't you plug it in and hold on hard and touch the hot leads to it and
How
show
about
us how it works?
how about an electric screwdriver? No? Oh, okay. How about an automatic gold panner? This is the best one. It's automatic gold panner. The way it works, you fill your material with water in the pan, fill it with water. You put your thumb between the contacts, make sure you touch the water, and you plug it in, and it's an automatic gold panner.
That sounds like one of your speed pans.
Hey, you guys saw it all first right here, all my inventions. Okay. Oh.
Uh-oh. Now
Don't
Pat's
full
getting
screen,
serious.
Pat. No. I know. I don't know what he's doing. He's wiping his finger burgers off of the thing.
Oh, bye, Pat. Wrong button. There you are.
Let's see. This Michigan boy survived. I'll drink with a shot for a shot, brother. Ooh, okay, Charles. There, you got a challenge there, Shrek.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
There we are. Okay, can you see me and hear me now?
We
Yeah.
always could.
Okay. Good. All right, let's touch this button, see what that does.
Oh, he's experimenting.
Yeah, that's the problem.
If you touch that button, you know what'll happen? Wait. Oh, I told you
Bye.
not to touch that button.
Bye. Oh, there he's back.
I'll put you on the bottom of the body.
Don't you dare. I'll kill you.
You ever get the feeling everyone's higher than you?
I have a green screen. Let's see if
No, you
this
don't.
works.
Oh, you have a green
Now
screen?
you-
Oh, no.
Now
No,
you
I
got
just-
now you got a brick screen.
I wonder if I could put myself on the Yuba River.
Well, yeah, if you got a picture of that. So you're sitting in behind. So that's not a real shop behind you then? That was junk?
That was my refrigerator.
That was real?
Yeah.
Well, then how can you have a green screen if you don't have a green screen?
I just went to the virtual backgrounds and hit the wrong button, and here we are.
Well, how come I can't do that then?
I think you can.
Operator error?
In settings.
I think
virtual
you need
background.
a green screen for
Heads up, a green screen. Oh, I don't have the things I don't have the pictures for the green screen. You got to have pictures. Don't touch that button. Don't touch that button.
There he goes again.
Can you see me now?
Yeah.
All right.
This is what happens when you throw a silver dollar down. Oh, sorry. Wow. How did he do that?
I was
don't know,
going to
but
try
it's
something.
staying.
I was going to try something else is what I was trying, but it didn't. I was going to do this. I was going to do this here.
That's just ain't gonna help.
Now I see a bigger face of Shrek, and it's scaring me.
Yeah, now you're gonna punish all your yes.
Yes.
Let's see. Now Pat's building a wall. Good night.
Just another brick in the wall.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's only because I don't know how to change it.
Leave it alone. It doesn't matter.
Yes, I just built a wall.
How
So
many
what
bricks is
What are we going to talk about?
the weather? Shrek's driving again. Oh, I see the snow on the window. Uh-oh, he went silent. Shrek says, I gotta go. I gotta drive.
Yeah, but he doesn't realize we can still hear him.
I didn't know Kingman got elk. I'll be damned. Shit, I can go elk hunting then. Huh. Shrek, where'd you go? He's gone. Oh, there he is. He's back again. But he's driving. Now
So
he
what do
looks
we have
like.
to do? Do we have to give something else away?
Do you want to give something else away?
You want to do another pair of magic fingers?
Okay, that's up to you.
I do. It's one of my favorite tools.
I know. I got some in the other room. Okay, how do you want to give one away this time?
You tell me.
Let's see. What about I don't know.
Don't you have your little wheel of shame?
I was going to say. I was going to ask this question. Let's ask this. How about a question like, when did Keen Engineering first start?
I know.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Is that a good question?
Oh, should I
I
tell
hope
you?
so.
No. I'll tell you when people give the dates, and you tell if that's right or not. Is that a good question?
That's fine.
Okay, 1950.
Yes.
1950. Huh?
Yes.
That's right. 1950.
That's when we started. When my grandfather started the business, and
Wow,
and the name of Keen Engineering back then was called Gold Suckers.
Wow. So Janon, so you got 57, 55, 67, 66, 45. So that's Janon. Wow, Janon.
So we are actually, our company has been in business for 75 years now.
Wow. So Janon got it first. Brad got it too. You guys Googled it. Janon was first. God, that was an easy one. I thought nobody would get that. I couldn't even tell you.
Well, you know what? Nowadays, I guess they got this AI crap
Yeah.
where they're probably punching in looking for answers. So, you know what? I was planning on going back out this weekend again, but I think the ground's too wet right now. So I think dry washer testing is out the window for this weekend.
Okay, so Paul says, when did you become Keen Engineering?
1955.
Wow, I wasn't even around then.
Yeah. And my grandfather was a mining engineer who graduated from the Colorado School of Mines.
You're not that old. You wasn't even around then.
No, I wasn't. I was born in 63. I'm 61 years old now.
That's what I say. Shit, I'm older than you are.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And Shrek's in his, early 50s?
Yes.
Shrek's the youngest of all.
He's the youngest and he looks the oldest.
Yes.
That's what that alcohol will do to you.
Well, not only that, but all the other stupid years of doing stupid stuff.
Well, that too. So it helps you when you're younger, but when you get older, it catches up to you really quick.
Well, my goatee turned gray when I crashed racing street bikes at 120 miles an hour.
That would do that. Mine turned gray once I hit that certain age.
So what do these guests want to talk about?
What does guests want to talk about? That's what Google said. Oh, she Googled it.
Well, I'm trying to get my truck to link back up to it again, but it's not working. And then at the same point, I wanted to see if I could see the chat.
Oh, it's off the. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that was. What does everybody want to talk about? You know, we've been talking for an hour and 47 minutes.
Holy smokes.
We generally shows don't last that long.
Yeah.
Well, they always have a good time when we're having fun.
Hey, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah.
As
what do you have to do to be able to dredge in California?
Move.
Well, I guess PLP's got this reclamation dredging, and if you join their club, they can give you all the paperwork and the forms. You have to become incorporated, and you got to keep real good records of what you're finding, how much lead or mercury or other types of contaminants that you're removing from the environment. But you know what? None of this should have ever happened. You know, all of this happened because of the Center for Biodiversity and the Sierra Fund, and also funneling a lot of money to the Karuk Indian tribe.
That was it. The Indians started it all.
No, you know what it was? A lot of the Indians, instead of using, they're talking hoop nets, they were actually using gill nets, and they were channeling a lot of the salmon run into these big ponds where they're filling refrigerated trucks. And I think that they just didn't want the miners around to see what these folks were doing. And that's when they got all over Dave McCracken, and they wanted his claims, and they claimed it was tribal grounds and stuff like that. Well, so what? We can all share the land, you know, especially if we have mining claims, which give us an inalienable right to be able to prospect for gold on it.
How could he get a claim on tribal land, though?
Well, it wasn't tribal land, but it was their historic areas that their tribes would fish and have camps and stuff like that.
So it was shared. It was like BLM or forest land then.
Exactly, and and it wasn't on their reservation per se. In fact, they traded land. They traded land from the U.S. government to get property next to the highway so they could put their casinos. And I guess it was a good way of them, the Indian tribes, making money. And it just turned into a big mess. It was more than that. It was really also the Sierra Fund. They just wanted to shut down money. And all these environmental groups were being funded by George Soros. It's the typical plan of divide and conquer. And that's exactly what they did to get control over a lot of these lands. Now, if everyone just kind of followed the Trump rule of common sense, they would understand that dredging is actually beneficial to the environment. You know, because we remove contaminants, we create spawning beds by moving the material on the bottom of the river, exposing the gravel beds where the fish can lay their eggs. And also, oxygenating the water. But all the dredgers working at the same time can never even compare to a millionth of what Mother Nature does with just one rain. And we have rights to this land. We have rights on our mining claims, but under the 1864 and 1872 mining laws. But over time, the corruption got so deep that they were just basically buying judges and funneling money into the environmental groups and stuff like that to fight it. And when you're trying to fight big money and big government, you don't have a chance. So hopefully with Trump in there, we get some common sense and they start coming down on the EPA and allow people back on their claims again to operate a suction dredge. So the POP's got a way to skirt it, and kind of a loophole in the law, and more power to them. No
Yeah,
use.
but it'll never happen. Nothing will change because they'll just fight Trump all the way, and there's going to be and then 4 years and then so.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Regardless,
I disagree because they're already shutting down the EPA.
Oh,
yeah, but it's still California's the problem, not EPA.
Regulation
yeah,
arm
that's right.
Of all of this, anyhow. So I think it's going to get better.
Yes, Janon, send me a link or send me your shipping address and CC it to Pat as well. Dredging is nothing to snow melt from the mountains. The river rises, and anything that can move will move. Fish habitat improvements, yeah, blah blah blah. Okay. Yes, we've already.
One of the things. Sorry, one of the things that happens is every time we do a dredge hole or did a dredge hole, all it takes is one good storm, and there's no more dredge holes. Everything's leveled. It's pointless.
Yeah, but not just that, but even in our dredge holes, guess where all the fish flock to our dredge holes?
Oh, well, yeah. Now all the fishermen are complaining and crying because there's not enough fish.
It's creating safe harbor for these fishes also in the event of flood, so they can get in some of these areas and stay out of the main course of the river where all the turbulence is so great that it just carries and displaces them as well. It's amazing. Well, the fish aren't even affected with murky water. In fact, there are previous studies that said that a lot of the fish survive from even the hydraulic mining in water thick as gruel.
Well, better yet, what about all the fish that are down there helping you while you're dredging, waiting for you to pull up the good stuff for them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. All of the helgramites and all of the insects and all the nutrients that are in the mud.
I don't know how many times you turn to the side.
And
you got a fish right next to you. Oh, hi. Trying to suck him up in your nozzle there.
Yeah, they only go through the sluice box and come back for more.
I know.
Yeah, for another e-ticket ride.
No, I was on the Stanislaus River down at Italian bar dredging one time, and my dad was up tending, and these fish will come right to you, and you slowly got to move the nozzle and try to suck it in. And then, did you see them fish?
Yeah, the dredging holes are some of the best fishing areas there are, period.
No, it's true. And that river had a lot of mercury in it, so we used to always get the mercury out. And you're right, it aerates new material for the fishes and all that type of shit. But they, they don't see it that. Oh, so Janon wants your address again. Email address.
Pat PAT at KEENEENG.com.
Okay. Give me some bread. Some bread. We're going to crack bread now.
Are we doing hand signals now or what?
That's what he was doing. Hand signals to the wife.
Give me some food. I gotta eat.
Oh,
I'm starving.
See, the bad part is I'm still sitting in a parking lot, so I don't have anything to do.
What was you doing before you stopped?
He was driving to his daughter's night school, dropping her off.
Did you get her dropped off?
Well, I dropped her off, but I just got a text from my wife that it's snowing at my house, so I think I might have to wait for her.
Oh, your daughter? Because you got to go back pick her up?
Well, either I go home and deal with the snow and have that fun stuff and then have to do it again, or I can sit here and wait for her to finish school and then take her home.
Oh, how long school last?
About 2.5 hours.
Holy mackerels. You got time to go get a couple drinks.
Well, that's the bad part. It's like every time I want to go have a drink or go somewhere to do something, then the whole video thing goes weird. So I'm trying not to lose you guys.
Oh, you know what? We'd understand.
Trying to be nice. I know it's rare.
Cottonwood Trails. Hello there. Howdy, neighbors. Yeah, we're just BS and we have nothing important to talk about. We just talking.
Well, it depends. If anyone asks any questions, we can answer that too.
Where Pat, he went bye-bye again.
We lost Pat again.
Yeah, and he really left this time. I didn't debug him this time. He left on his own.
Yeah, I think he got food.
Yeah, he left on his own cognizance. Can you keep the show going for 2 more hours, Jack? No. I'm all ready for bed. Lisa already went. Hey, it's been going. This is like one of the longest shows in the longest time. Almost 2 hours.
Well, you should have let me know in advance. I would have been there earlier.
Yeah, well, that's what we were talking about, Shrek, and I kept trying to find you on the phone. I said, why can't I find him? What did he do? Defund me or something? I can't find his ass. And I kept searching and saying, I know that we texted before. Finally, I found you under Shrek, not your name. and I was spelling Shrek wrong. So
how do you spell Shrek wrong?
I don't know, S-U or S-K or something. I don't know. So
well, that's the other thing that's funny is everyone knows me as Shrek, and then you see my real name, and everyone gets really confused.
I know. That's what I say sometimes when I used to say, who's this guy? Oh, Pat's back now. Let me get him back in here. You back?
Yes, I am. My phone.
Operator error.
Your phone went dead?
Yeah, that's why. It's a good thing I got one of these high voltage chargers.
Oh, I thought you were playing with your green screen too much and it zapped all the power out.
Yeah, he just didn't want to show you what happens when he really opens the fridge.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, heck, I'm broadened to 2 Facebook pages and to YouTube all at the same time. So.
Oh yeah, you can't even see the refrigerator.
No, you can't. You can see
wow.
mine. That's my refrigerator, and it's empty.
I'd be kind of curious.
See my hand.
I can see your hand. I'd be kind of curious if you pulled a drink out, what it would do.
No. As I said, I'm not drinking during the week unless you come by and Shrek me.
Only because I moved.
Yeah. Yep. You know what he told me, Shrek, a long time ago? This was couple years ago when you first moved. He said that you're really going to help his liver out, and he seriously appreciated that.
Amen to that.
He said his liver needed a break, and he appreciated it.
Well, yeah, until I show up down there, then he's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey,
well, anyhow, so are we still talking about mining?
Yeah. Somebody had a question they want to know about. Let's see, properly adjust blast gates and bumper stops.
You just want the bumper stops to just hold the box firmly, not a lot of pressure. And I'd probably start with the bypass gate on the back of the box. I'd probably start it at 50% open. And then open it a little bit more and see if you can watch that dust layer that rides along the riffles, if you can see that drop. And after a while, you kind of learn what works better by seeing a lot more fine gold recovery than you were getting before. Every material works a little bit differently, whether it's loamy type, soft sooty type material, or sandy material, or gravelly material. They're all different, so you just have to work it for a while, and you have to, for every action there's a reaction, and the fortunate thing is you learn from experience. How open or how closed you need to put that valve, and also regulating your RPM on your engine. I like to run it kind of fast, like around 3/4 to 7/8, so I can move a good amount of material. But then I start bringing the tray up, start leveling it out as much as I can, where the material still is flowing and moving and migrating through the tray, and getting that right action in there. But the whole idea of the reason for the bumpers, because the old vibrators used to turn at 750 RPMs, and the new ones turn about 1,000 to 1,150. And when you screw the bumpers in, when they start touching it and hold it firm, that RPM comes down quite a bit. And you can also change what happens in the box by adjusting the bumpers and everything. But just kind of holding and containing the box so you can get the vibration through the frame and up to the upper hopper. That's how it should be set.
I think it's all just a bunch. Hey, well, I got a serious question for you. So for the 75 people watching right now, am I going to be one of the first ones to get one of the first dry washers? The new ones?
Survey says.
Read between the lines.
I've actually,
exactly.
I've actually got a couple of pre-sold guys that actually have their orders in and put a little deposit in on them, so they'd be the first in line to get them.
Okay, well, besides that, then, am I up there somewhere in the list to get one?
I would suggest that that's just call me. We can fix your mailing problem, and I'll put you on the list.
Okay. I think we're going with just you're somewhere on the list.
Yeah. When do you think the new dry washers will be coming out?
Probably. I've got the plastic on order already, so it's starting to come in. I'm starting to build a lot of the different components for it. I got probably another 2 weeks of testing, and then I think I'm going to start pushing out the first production run, which will probably take about 4 weeks.
Well, not only that, but you need to clarify that you need 2 weeks of dry weather.
We're just going to have to dig down through the wet material, and we have kind of a game plan. Even if it's wet on the surface, we're kind of. I heard you.
Come to bed, honey.
Yeah, you heard that, huh?
Well, so here's the thing. So maybe it's not better to get one of the first ones, let everybody use them, find out what's wrong, and then you'll come out with the second run and you'll change things like you do all of them, and you'll have a better one the second or third run. So maybe I don't want to be on that first list.
I'm going to say that's not true.
I'll just buy a used one from somebody that gets one and sells it because they don't like it. And then
Jack, we've been out so many times with it. It's just little things that we've fixed and that we changed. That will make all the difference in the world.
That's right. How many times have you changed the 140, the 151?
Enough.
You know what?
A black box from an old metal thing to a black box to a gray box to metal.
It's going to go on continuously, always.
Exactly. Always,
because we're not going to be satisfied with something. As people use them, they're going to give us different ideas and different input, and we'll make changes on the fly. And then if people want to upgrade on little tiny ideas they come out with, we'll try to be real reasonable on upgrades and stuff like that. But, it's all about building a better mousetrap.
Paul, on the list. 197 is my name on the list.
You are or they are?
I am. Night Slayer 187 says, when is your new hiking stick coming out?
I just got to build my prototype. I have the design of it all done. I've got some of the shovel heads. Right now, I'm stripping off old shovels that were rotten to steal the numbered 1 blades off of them. And for the first 5 that I'm making, I'll probably work on them this weekend, and I'll probably have a working model this weekend.
Okay, so Jim wants to know, he acquired one of your 3x3 pumps. What's the best horsepower motor to put on it?
Well, it depends which impeller it has. That kind of dictates how many horsepower it needs to turn it and give you the best performance. I mean, I got tall impellers on the 350. It can go anywhere from 9 horsepower to 13 horsepower. And with the P350S, with the big nose cone in the impeller, that one goes from like 16 horsepower up to 24 horsepower.
Okay.
So
Hey, what?
So the impeller diameters are different.
What's your phone number there at Keen Engineering?
818-993-0411.
All right, everybody call Pat tomorrow and get on the list for the new dry washer.
Thanks, Jack.
I'm going to call just to find out how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but you know what? We really put a lot of work into it. And our goal is to make the lightest, the best running dry washer possible. But you won't be able to hand crank this one because we didn't want to have a lot more of a heavier frame to support the hand cranking pulley on it. We wanted something that will work with a small lithium battery, or as I was stating before, using 2 like Makita batteries, or if you buy the little foot things that they sell on Amazon for the other ones, I'll kind of help you figure out how to put them together with the type of batteries you want to use.
Hey, whatever happened to that big ass dry washer you had?
Which one?
Beast. Was that called the Beast or whatever it was?
I still have it at Keen Engineering.
Was that what it was called, the Beast?
Which one? It was King Kong.
Oh, King Kong. That's what I'm thinking of. King Kong.
The King Kong. I gave that to the GPAA.
Yeah, what they
that was the 210.
So they could take it around to their different camps, like Stanton.
That never happened.
Duesenberg.
It was at Duesenberg when we used it.
Yeah.
But what about the tractor-fed 4x4 monster?
That one's sitting in our backyard. I have a couple of them that have been constantly working in production. But we have our own unit that we can take out, which requires a loader to fill the hopper.
So Paul says in Wisconsin, they have a lower flow streams, and it would be nice to have a A52S Mini.
You still need enough water going through the sluice to fill the sluice all the way with a certain amount of speed enough to carry the rocks across the classifier.
So Janon says she's so Shrek in the plane of the light, and now it's getting darker and darker and darker. He's slowly disappearing.
Yay!
Because the weather's getting worse and worse up here. Like I said, I'm going to be in 4-wheel drive to make it home.
Well, at least you got 4-wheel drive, so that's good.
Well, yeah.
You still got that big ass white truck or whatever that was you had?
No, I drive a red F350 now.
What, or is that's not the same one you had? Is it?
He's got the red one. I have the white one.
No, yeah, because the last time you saw me, I had the F450.
F450.
Yeah, the truck I had before this one was a 450.
Okay, yeah.
That was the one we took to Stanton.
That's when I remember you had a big truck. That's all I remembered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when he had a dually.
It was just a bigger truck, I remember.
But I'll tell you one thing. I really like my Ford F-350. It's a comfortable truck. And I prefer driving that over a sports car.
Well, that's what I drive as a 350.
Yeah.
And
you never know, especially being in LA, if there's a mob and you're driving and they try to get in your way to stop you,
just run them over.
where they just splatter on the grill like insects.
Well, trucks have a frame underneath them. The cars don't.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore.
What? Trucks don't have a frame?
No, cars don't have them anymore.
Or cars never had a frame.
Yeah, they did.
The rails. I'm talking about the rails.
Oh, okay.
You know, that helps that truck in collisions, those rails.
Well, yeah. I mean, we can get into the truck conversation, but when this is the year that we both have is the first year where they came out the aluminum body, and they over reinforced the frame, so we can almost tow, I think, almost 18,000 pounds on the rear bumper with a Class 5 hitch.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they reinforced the frame a lot so we can tow a lot more. Oh, yep, now it's snowing. Good times.
So, do you remember this picture?
Nice.
That's my guitar there. I have a whole bunch of them. That was at your barbecue, Pat, when you had the barbecue that time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have that. That's the barbecue picture right there.
That was before the fun.
Yeah. Look how Pat looks. He looks like he's sunburnt.
Well, yeah, we were already out screwing around all day.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I can't even see across the parking lot now.
I have a whole bunch of those pictures of you barbecuing the tri-tips and all that crap.
Yeah, those were some good times.
So you still got your place over there, right?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to sell it. I'm trying to sell that so I can turn around and buy a piece of property off the Yuba River. That's kind of my game plan. You know what? I like Arizona. I can still go there and prospect and stay at other places, but I would rather have a property up there that I can actually retire to, and buy a big chunk of land up there, so I can build a suitable man cave.
Understand. All right, we're going to wrap things up here. Numbers are dropping. That means everybody gets bored when I see the snow. Holy mackerel! That is some ugly looking stuff.
Like I told you, luckily I have a real truck with 4-wheel drive to make it home.
Oh, hey, look, here's S. Alonza. Greetings from Saudi Arabia, everyone.
Wow.
Wow.
Long ways away. And there's good gold there too.
It's amazing how we can go all over the world here, talk to people.
Absolutely.
Anyways, all right, so we'll let you guys all go. Like I say, numbers are seriously dropping, so people are getting bored. And
yeah, that's right.
Here, so.
We're not having as much fun.
I know. They're like one time we were BSing and somebody came in and said, I thought this was supposed to be a gold show.
That's what I kept on telling you.
Well, I hate to say it, but go to any good gold camp. This is pretty much the conversation.
That's it. You talk about whatever. Let me find my outro song out of here. Find it. Well, then
I'm going to get ready to go. But again, next time you guys want to do this, give me a heads up. I'll come back earlier.
It sounds good. All right, everybody. So we appreciate you guys all
have fun.
Thank you, everyone.
Pat, thank you for giving away magic
all right,
papers.
Call me at King Engineering if anyone has any questions on shit.
Get on the list for the new dry washers. Please share.
Call them tomorrow.
Subscribe. Yeah, call them tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging. See y'all. Let's see if this will play. I don't even know if it'll play. I don't know if it's playing. Is it playing?
Got a shovel and a dream
I don't hear
in
nothing.
his hands.
I don't hear nothing.
Staking claims neath the hot desert sand, chasing the glimmer of gold in the sun. Every hill climbed, it's a battle, but he's won. With friends beside him, he's never alone. Through valleys and mountains, they've made it their home. Treasure comes in the memories we make, in the laughter and stories our friendships create. Gold might be pretty, but it's nothing compared to the joy in the journey, the love that we share. They ride the ATV through the wide open plains, laughing and shouting, forgetting the pains. The wind on their faces, a taste of pure freedom. In the heart of Arizona, they know they'll beat 'em. Life's a wild ride, they shout out so bold. Jack says you never slow down, you never grow old. Treasure comes in the memories we make, in the laughter and stories our friendships create. Gold might be pretty, but it's nothing compared to the joy in the journey, the love that we share.